Welcome everybody to Tech Trapper Live. This is Tech Trapper Live on a Sunday. What's going on, Robert? Glad to see you. Glad to see you. Good Sunday night to you as well. Hope everybody is doing good out there. This was like a last minute Tech Trapper Live show. I am your host, Aaron Reed of 2530 Media. And yes, my lovely co host is missing. The lovely sweetie is missing. So she is flying the friendly skies, and I am home alone. So what is there other to do than go live with you guys tonight? So here we are, Tech Trapper Live. I meant to go live last night, and I came in from work, and I started writing. And so once I started writing, I looked up and it was like 10:30. I was like, it's too late to go live. So I said that I would go live tonight. So we have a cool little show. We're going to talk about some e-ink. We're going to talk about some YouTube. What content creators are you currently looking at or are you currently enjoying right now? We might talk about a little bit of tech. We might talk about a little bit of content creation tech. I'm in the middle of redoing my studio. I need to upgrade my camera because I want to start doing a little bit of I want to start shooting some documentaries. I don't know what kind of documentary I want to shoot, but I do know I want to shoot a documentary. And I want to make some other content. You know, Sweetie's an actress. My sister-in-law is an actress as well. We have a couple of scripts. I have a completed script that I finished maybe 2 years ago. So I want to start shooting that. And I want to learn the process, shoot it myself, shoot it independently just to see how that will come out. So yeah, I'm upgrading some camera gear. It's time for me to upgrade my live stream and recording setup in the studio as well. So I'm gonna get a couple of different mics, maybe a different computer as well. So yeah, I don't have any money for new tablets right now because I need to buy cameras and stuff. But how you guys doing out there today? So I guess the first thing we're going to talk about is who are you watching on YouTube right now? Who is your, or what platform or what content creator are you enjoying the most? When it comes to e-ink, I think my favorite content creator right now is going to be Dave over at Tablet Tech. Excuse me. Yeah, my favorite content creator today, YouTube wise, is Dave over at Tablet Tech. He makes some good content about e-ink. I enjoy watching his content. He is covering a lot of different platforms right now. Matter of fact, I think tonight he released another review on the TCL Next paper, the A1, I believe. He just got that tablet in, so he's giving us some content on that. So I'm really enjoying Dave over at Tablet Tech. I always enjoy Rod and Rants About Tech. I don't think he is a I don't I don't think you can just really call him a e-ink content creator anymore. I think you just call him a reviewer of tech because he reviews a lot of different tech. Um, he does talk about e-ink a lot as well. Plus, you know, he has his nib production that he's working on that directly, you know, goes hand in hand with EMR technology and writing, digital writing, things like that. I always like that. Oh yeah, Rod. Yep. Rod, Dave over at Tablet Tech. Oh, thanks, man. You threw me in there. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, man. Of course, we always love Kit. I like Kit. I'm always gonna like Kit's content. He puts out a lot of videos a day, man. I look up and Kit drops like 5 videos, 6 videos a day. I don't know how he does it. I barely have time for my 1 to 2 a week with my live shows. And yeah, Ed over at Organize for Change. I like what Ed's doing. at Organize for Change. He just released a video about the Go 10.3 and something we're going to talk about tonight, which is the Boox 4.2 update. Which um, the conversation for me actually kind of got sparked from his review of the 4.2 update from Boox that is released on the Note Air 5C. So I haven't had a opportunity to check it out yet because I only have the Note Air 4C, not the 5C. What we got here? No, the 4.2 update is not out for the 10.3 yet. Appreciate you for coming through. Um, it's been pushed to the Note Air 5C, and they're probably going to just slowly roll it out to the other tablets soon here. Kind of like how they did with the first, I think 4.1.1, where I think it hit Note Max first, and then it hit the other tablets. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. I probably should buy a 5C, but because I have the Note Air 4C, I didn't really see a need for the 5C. So that's why I didn't buy that one. And I thought about, I think I'm gonna probably sell the Note Air 4C, and I was like, I'll sell the 4C, grab the Note Air 5C. But when I think about like the color tablets that I have the Penstar eNote Pro C. That's a color tablet that I have. I don't use it as much, but I have that one. Of course, Sweetie and her Kindle Scribe Color Soft that should be arriving in a couple of days. She's gonna primarily use that one, and I'm all in on Remarkable right now. So I'm gonna get a Remarkable Paper Pro because I love the Move. I love the color with the Move. So I don't really need another color tablet. Um, I don't have a use case that demands color like that. I just like having it available if I want to use it. So I don't know. I'm either gonna just keep the 4C or sell the 4C. One of the two. I will say though, I wouldn't mind buying the XC. I wouldn't mind buying the Tab XC since it's color. Get me a 13-inch device in here. See what I can use it for. But yeah, um, so let's get into it. Let me pull out. I got notes. I took notes on my Remarkable 2 today. So we're definitely using a Remarkable 2 for some notes. So the first thing we're going to get into is this new Boox 4.2 update. So the 4.2 update, it's bringing some cool functionality to the platform. The one thing that I am most interested in is the calendar upgrades that they're going to give us to the tablet. And we're going to look at a couple of examples here on a couple of different platforms. We're going to use the Note Air 4C, and then we're going to check out the AI Paper Mini, and then we're going to check out the Penstar. And I'm going to just show you guys a couple of functions within all of these notes apps that I like, or I'm sorry, calendar apps that I like. We're going to talk about what Boox is bringing to the table with the 4.2 update. And then we are going to kind of talk about some things that I hope Boox can add. And then we'll kind of see which platform you think will have the better calendar app after, all of these updates are out. What we got in the comments here? You know what? I don't know what's wrong with 4.1 on the 10.3. And me and Ed kind of talked about that. I really think it's split. I think there are a lot of people who seem to have issues with the 4.1 update, both on the 10.3 and the Note Max. I am not one of those people. My experience with the 4.1 update has been fine. It fixed a couple of things that were an issue. One of the issues were the palm rejection on the 10.3. Palm rejection sucked on Boox before this 4.1 update. And hey, how you doing, Sharon? the 4 point before 4.1, palm rejection sucked on Boox tablets, especially the 10.3. And I used to have to cut all my gestures off to use it without, accidentally triggering something. After the 4.1 update, my palm rejection issues went away. I can now fully equip my gestures. I don't worry about closing the note out on accident. I'm not triggering anything on accident. Now, the caveat to that is I don't really like gestures anyway. So I don't use a lot of them. I cut a lot of them off. So the only gesture I truly have activated on my Boox tablets, outside of your normal page swipe, is going to be the top down swipe to pull up my ink center. That also triggers my bottom toolbar. And my bottom toolbar is where I have things like my refresh button, my multi switcher, and my home button. Of course, the back button's there too. But I don't have an issue with palm rejection. I think the 4C had some crashing issues once you started using a lot of layers. I don't really use layers, so I've never experienced that. But I do know Rod over at Rants About Tech spoke about, that fixed that problem for him with the crashing with the multiple layers. I know they changed up where some things are located in menu items, especially when you start diving into settings for your e-ink center in like your Neo reader and things like that. Honestly, I don't fool with the settings. I kind of just leave them. I kind of just leave the settings in the default settings that the tablet came with. The color settings are fine for me with the Note Air 4C. When I do use push read and bring websites over, I don't really have issues. Like I don't hop into vivid mode or regal mode. I don't do any of that. I kind of leave the settings alone. And I think like Voya, that was one of his issues. I think a big thing for him was like that anchor button in the Neo reader. It didn't bother me. Like I honestly barely even noticed that little anchor button there. So it didn't bother me. I know it also brought some updates. It allowed older Boox tablets to be updated with a newer version of Android, which is a big deal. I think Jay over at Not a Professional did a video showing an older Boox tablet that he has that once it upgraded to a newer version of Android, it helped the performance of that tablet out greatly. So one of the key things about what Boox was able to do with the 4.1 was to kind of breathe new life into older tablets, give them more longevity. So I don't have a problem with 4.1. There are people who have some gripes with it, and I guess I don't judge, but yeah, I like it. I didn't have an issue with it. Oh, what did you narrow your decision down to? Note Air 5C. I heard nothing but good things about the Note Air 5C. Like the gripes about the Note Air 5C that I heard, the main thing was the positioning of the styli. So they, like the Note Air 4C. Where's that pen at? Let me see. Where's my Note Air 4C pen? I never use it. So like the Note Air 4C and like other Boox tablets and remarkable things like that, the styli attached magnetically. And the Boox stylus attachment has never been just strong. See, look, this is ridiculous. Hold on. Also, it might be user error. Is it user? See, so the magnetic connection has always been kind of weak. So it doesn't connect magnetically anymore. They kind of took a page out of the Penstar eNote Pro, where um no, I'm lying. It still does connect magnetically. It just connects in a weird spot that covers up some buttons. So that's the issue people had. I'm sorry. It's the Penstar eNote that doesn't connect magnetically. So see the Penstar eNote Pro, it connects, like with a clip. And I think with the Note Air 5C, the Stylight connection was blocking some buttons. That's the only thing I've heard bad about it. I mean, Voya had some gripes, but I can't remember what he had an issue with. So yeah, Sharon, that might be a good device for you. It's color. I know it has one of the better color displays with the new Kaleido 3 technology, so I think it shows better than the Note Air 4C. Think it shows maybe slightly better than the Penstar E Note Pro C, or about the same. Now the Kindle Color Scribe, the Kindle Scribe Color Soft, I think has the best implementation of that Kaleido 3, but you're gonna lose a little bit of tools when it comes to note taking. I like the size of the Note Air 5C, which honestly is the exact same size of the 4C. So, and I like the way the 4C looks. Like I'm fine with the color of the 4C. That's why I didn't see a need to upgrade. Oh, you're very happy with the Note Max. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. So you're very happy with your Note Max. You don't have any complaints with that. Uh, you added the Feel Right 2 on your 10.3. I'm not a fan of the Feel Right 2. Now, I use ceramic on both the 10.3 and the Note Air 4C. I haven't had any issues with it. I'm not a fan. Oh, you like the new Kindle? Cool, cool. I'm not a fan of the Feel Right 2. Now, and that's a reason why I haven't bought a Supernote tablet, although I think I'm going to break down and buy a Mantle because I need to explore Supernote and put out some just workflow videos and be able to have a better look at the Supernote platform. I'm not a fan of the Feel Right 2, but it's not. I know it's only my personal situation or my personal opinion. I think it's the best writing experience on e-ink. I personally don't like the bouncy kind of soft texture of the Feel Right 2. It feels great though when you're using it. So I can put my personal bias aside and understand that it's probably the best writing experience on e-ink. I just prefer a more firmer writing experience opposed to what you're going to get with Feel Right 2 and the ceramic nib. Plus, I'm not a huge fan of the Heart of Metal 2 pin, although it probably is. Well, there's no probably to it. Where is this thing at? Hold on. There's no probably to it. This is the nicest e-ink EMR on the market. This Heart of Metal 2 or Heart of Metal 1 if you still have it. It's a heavy pen. So that's my only knock about it. It's a heavy pen. And I've dropped it a couple of times, so I've had to replace this base a couple of times. The nib hasn't is fine. And I mean, it's the nicest EMR pen that I have. I like my Kaweco AL Star or AL, but no, the Heart of Metal 2 is the nicest EMR pen that you can find. So it's definitely a great writing experience. I just personally don't like it. Let me grab something right quick. I'm back, guys. So we're gonna get underway. The first thing we're gonna talk about is the Boox 4.2 update, and we're gonna talk about some things that they've added to the calendar app. So they've added some functionality to the calendar app that I think is great. Something that I have been missing out of Boox with the calendar app, and is one of the reasons why I was actually using the AI Paper Mini in my everyday carry for work. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is their implementation of to-dos and event creation from your Notes app. So not only can you create events and to-dos, you can do that from the Notes app, similar to how you can do that same process with the AI Paper platform and, of course, your Supernote platform. You also can do this with the No, you can't do it with MobiScribe Wave. So you can't create those events from the Notes app, but you can create events within the calendar app. So I'm not sure about the iFly Tech platform. Uh, I gotta check Dave over at Tablet Tech's videos out because I'm pretty sure he has that information there. And I've never used iFly Tech, so I'm not sure if iFly Tech does it. I would imagine they do, but that's one of the key things I like about this new update that Books is bringing out. Also, they're going to give you calendar integration. So you'll be able to, you should be able to sync like your Google Calendar, your Outlook Calendar, and it's probably another calendar platform. You should be able to sync those with your calendar app on your e ink. And that's really one of the reasons why I use the AI Paper Mini so much because I can run my day through the e-ink tablet with my Google Calendar. So I will run my Outlook calendar to my iOS along with my Google Calendar to my iOS. And then from there, I have it synced to Google. And that's how I'm able to push all of my calendar events to my AI Paper Mini so I can see that stuff. So when I have flight itineraries, work meetings, I have all of that information pushed to my AI Paper Mini through my Google app on my Google Calendar app. So now with the Books platform, we'll be able to do that. So you'll be able to integrate a calendar. You'll be able to create to dos and events from the Notes app. They kind of redesigned the Notes app. So, normally where you had those recent notes and recent reads or recent reads. Now those are going to kind of be in the same kind of area that the AI paper platform has them, where you will see that next to your to dos, next to your memos. You still have the same memo app functionality. So, on Books, you could write your notes in the memo section and email them to yourself. Still have that functionality. You have the ability, like I said, to create those to dos and events. And even right now on the Books platform, without the 4.2 update, you're not able to create an event in the calendar. Let me switch cameras right quick and then we'll look at some of this stuff. Where's my mouse? Oh, there it is. Oh, there we go. So we're going to switch over to the other camera. Move this out of the way because that's in the way. One day I'm going to be a real professional here. Until then. All right, let's raise this up a little bit. Okay. So right now, let's go check out our calendar app. This is an odd angle to look at. No, no. Do I want to use this one first? No, I don't know. Put in my password because I cut off the tablet right quick on accident. Hold on, guys. Let me get this together. So I got that one set up. And then I got this one set up. Cool, 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 cool. So right now, when we're looking at our calendar app on Books, this is what it looks like now. So your today's notes and your today's reads, that has changed and it's moved over here in this section. So on the 4.2, you have your memo section. You'll have a icon for your to-dos. You'll have an icon to be able to create your events. And I think that they have a new box up here that's going to be like your email integration. Now, right now, I can't create any kind of events on my calendar, the most I can do is write information here in my memo section. And like I said, you still can send that out. If I hit this email button, whatever notes I've written inside of my memo section, I'll be able to email those out to myself or whatever email address that you have synced with your tablet. But, it's a little different than what you can do on the AI paper platform. So it's going to move to be able to function similar to the AI paper platform, where you can create your to-dos. You can also create tasks. So like AI paper platform, I have tasks, I have to-dos. Of course, you have notes, but then when you click your other, Boox is kind of going to be like this, where now I can see what I opened up for as my notes app, what I've opened up as far as my reader. That information is going to be here. And now they're giving you, like I said earlier, the capability to create those messages, those to-dos or events through your notes app. What I wish Boox also does will allow you to associate a note with a certain day on your calendar. So I'll show you guys what I mean. Most people should know you can do this. But if I open up the paper app, just make a little quick note. I should be able to associate my note with a day. Um, that's not how I do that. I got to go to AI. I haven't done this in a while because I don't use this tablet that much. I can't see either. Top-down cameras are a weird angle, especially when you're trying to have a microphone in front of you. So you should be able to associate this with the day. And I wish we could do that with Boox, but apparently you can't. So that's one feature that I wish they would allow you to do with the Boox platform. I don't think you can do it with. I'm not sure if you can do it with Supernote. I know you can do it with MobiScribe. I also know you can do this with the PenStar eNote, and I'll show you guys how to do that in a minute here as well. So I wish that's some functionality that they bring to the platform. They also are bringing something called where's my notes? Yeah, they're also bringing something to the platform. It's called the new template hub. So we'll talk about that there in a second as well. So you can associate it with a day. You can create your to-dos and all of that. Now, let's see what that looks like on the PenStar, because you can associate your notes with a day on PenStar as well. All right, cool. So in PenStar, it's a little different. So on PenStar, you have your Notes app. Now with PenStar, the Notes app is pretty cool, but I can create an event here. So when you do that, when you hit add, you can create an event or whatever like that, and you can attach like a special dedicated memo note to that event, and you can create that for future days. However, you can't create any to-dos or events directly from your Notes app. However, if you're in your Notes app and you navigate over to date, it's going to give you kind of like a calendar situation. Now, with this calendar situation, similar to Boox, similar to the AI paper platform, you're going to be able to see those notes that you opened up on those days. So like I opened up a note on the 11th, it's there. I reset the tablet so I don't have a lot of notes right now. But if I wanted to create a note for a day in the future, you can do that as well. So what you'll do is you'll hit this creation button right here. And so, you'll set up your book or your notebook or whatever that you want to do, and then you hit create. Oh, I gotta give it a title. All right, cool. So I hit create, and then you back out. Now, once you've bagged out, it's the 15th. This is our note we just created. You're gonna have to long press it. Now, once you long press it, it's going to give you a couple of options. You have an option to edit the title, edit the cover. You can move it, you can share it, you can export it, and you can cloud sync. So what we're going to do is we're going to set our title, and then I'm going to hit, no, that's not what I did. Hold on. What did I do? I forgot how I did it that fast. No, I don't want to, no, I don't want to edit it. I want to do that. I just had this up here. Everything goes wrong when you do a demo. That's not what I want to do. I just did. Hold on. That's what I did. Well, this sucks. Yeah. I know I did that already. I just did this too. And I forgot. This is what happens when you use too many tablets at once. Okay. See, I know I'm going crazy. So when you long press it, you're gonna get a couple of options. We talked about those, but this is the tab that I was missing. So you can edit the information. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna edit the day we created it. So once I hit edit, now I can choose what date did I want to create this notebook for. So instead of March 15th, I'm going to go here and I'm going to pick a date. So let's say I want to do this one for the 31st. Once I hit the 31st and I hit OK, it asks me if I'm sure. Of course I'm sure. So now you saw it moved away. And you see I have the icon here on the 31st that lets me know I have one note that's already ready for the 31st. So when I go to the 31st, now I have that note. And this works good for people who want to pre-make or prepare their notes for their workflow or meetings, whatever it is that you want to do. You can go ahead and set up your notes for whatever you want to do. So I hope that's something that Boox brings to the table with this new update. That was a lot. The other thing that I wanted to talk about that Ed brought up was going to be the template hub. So it seems like they're going to have a new template hub. It's going to be something I don't know if it's going to be similar to Remarkable Methods, but it seems like it's going to be a template hub. I think they said there are like maybe 5 templates there now where you'll be able to download these extra templates that aren't in the normal template area that you have. I don't know if they're going to be shared by different users of the tablet. I don't know if they're going to get different creators to curate PDFs or templates, but you should be able to grab those for free. There's no cost with the Boox partner app, if we're going to call it that. Excuse me. So Ed over at Organize for Change, he said that he thinks that they are directly, going to compete with Remarkable. And do you guys think that would actually? Do you guys think that that would kind of change how you look at the Remarkable Connect subscription? I think it's like $3.99 right now. Um, to have a platform like Books offering something like this for free, where you can just hop in there and grab a template that someone has created, or if they have a curated section of templates for like productivity or note taking, things like that. I wanted to know you guys' thoughts on that. Do you think that that's a thing? Do you think that there would even be competing with Books? I know Penstar, actually, if you go on Penstar's website, you can download different templates. I don't know if they are community added templates or if they're just a suite of different templates, but Penstar does that as well. You can go grab, some templates, download them to your computer, send them to your tablet. I don't really use Remarkable Methods that much. I do pay for the Remarkable Connect subscription, but I pay for it for the unlimited cloud storage. I pay for it for the handwriting search that's in beta. I don't. I wish that the handwriting search wasn't behind a paywall. I like what they're doing with the integrations, the new web app. So I don't mind paying the $3.99 for what you get with the Remarkable app because it's probably the best app in e-ink. I don't know if Supernote's going to do anything. I know Supernote has like this plug-in community now. I don't know how much of that will transfer over to different community templates and things like that. So I just wanted to know what you guys' thoughts were on that. If you catch it on the replay, let me know as well. What we got here? Yeah, you don't think the subscription is bad if you consider the price? Yeah. No, it's not. When you look at how much you pay for the subscription, it's $3.99. And I'm look, I'm not rich at all, but I don't miss the $3.99. Um, and I think what the value you get with it, it's worth it. I use the Remarkable app. I use the Remarkable app on my Books devices. So pretty much my normal everyday carry is going to be the Remarkable Paper Pro Move and the 10.3. And I'm able to use both those tablets almost like in one ecosystem. Like it's that simple and easy for me to move information between the two tablets. And one of the reasons why is because of the Remarkable Partner app, and the other reason is Books allows you to have the Google Play Store, which will allow you to add these apps. I've never used the I've used the Supernote Partner app. I've never used it in this way. I'm not sure how. I would assume that Supernote and their partner app will work just as good as the Remarkable app because those are the two best partner apps that I've used. So I can only imagine Supernote's partner app will work great as well. I just never had a need to throw the Supernote app on a Books tablet because I don't use Supernote like that. And even if I did, I don't know which tablet I would use. Like the AI Paper Mini, the Remarkable Paper Pro Move, they both fit a need for me, which is a 7 to 8 inch size tablet with the front light. If the Nomad had a front light, I probably would have already bought one. But for me, that 7 to 8 inch size tablet, I need a front light for my use case. Just me. I know other people they might not like the front light, but I'm pretty sure that Supernote app will work just as great, with a tablet or platform like Books. So I don't have a problem with $3.99. I think what you get for the $3.99, it's worth it. I think you get a little bit of extra extended warranty on your tablet as well. So I like it. I don't know if Books in this new template hub is an actual competitor with Remarkable and what they do with Remarkable Methods. I've downloaded a couple of templates from Remarkable Methods, but it's not. I don't know. They just didn't have a. There are a lot of good templates there, just not things I would use. When I use templates for my e-ink, the majority of templates I use are templates I've created on my own that are specific to what I need. They're not they're not that nice at all either. They're just simple and plain to allow to fit a need for something I need to do. Outside of that, I've bought a couple of templates online. Dave over at Tablet Tech, I bought a couple of his. I've been on Etsy, bought a couple of different tablets as well from just different people who make templates on Etsy. I bought sticker packs. I like my sticker packs on Remarkable. The clip art. Yes, Supernote has clip art too. So I like that. I like my icons because they're color icons. I just throw them in notes for fun. I have zero need for them. But so I've done that. So I don't know if the template. I don't know if the template thing will really compete or really matter. It's just another avenue to get custom templates, I guess. Um, let's see what else we talking about. We kind of talked about the Remarkable Connect. Okay, we talked about the calendar app, so I'm excited to see about that. So Ed said once the Supernote calendar comes out, he thinks that the Supernote calendar app is going to be way better than what AI Paper is bringing to the table. And he thinks that both Boox and Supernote will surpass the AI Paper platform with their implementation of the calendar app. I don't know, though. I don't know. Because it still does something that both Supernote and, well, first off, I don't know what Supernote's going to do because it hasn't come out. But it still gives you some functionality that you can't get from Boox right now, and that's being able to assign a meeting note or a regular note to a date. You still can use AI to create events over speech. You just tell it to do it, to do it. And I think that still gives AI Paper the edge with their calendar app. Now, I will say the fact that Boox has vamped up their calendar app and given it more functionality, I don't have a place for the AI Paper platform in my workflow anymore because I'm getting almost the same functionality out of the calendar app on Boox now that I was getting from the AI Paper platform. And that compromise that I would have with the AI Paper platform in regards to the Notes app, I don't have to deal with that anymore because now I have the power of the Boox Notes app, Neo Reader. The calendar app is just as good, does everything I would need it to do. I don't have a reason to carry the AI Paper Mini. And to be honest with you, because of that, now I don't really mind carrying the Go 7. I stopped using the Go 7 as a note taker because I just didn't like the handwriting experience. And it's not as bad as some people say, but there's better writing on e-ink. But if I have the functionality of the calendar app now with Boox, that changes things for me. Because sometimes I pack light. Sometimes I will just roll with the AI Paper Mini and the Remarkable Paper Pro Move. I travel a lot, so if I'm hopping on a plane, I just grab those two. Oh yeah, yeah. Dave has some good templates. I've bought like four of Dave's templates. Matter of fact, I'm using one of Dave over at Tablet Tech's notebook templates for my reading journal. Now I don't know if he made it to be used for that reason, but that's what I'm using it for. Yeah, and I like it too because it gives you like a little cool it gives you like a cool little notebook look. You know what I'm saying? I use one of my stickers just to throw some little stickers on the cover. So yeah, it's a cool little notebook kind of template. And so you have, a bunch of different notebooks with an index on it. So I started the first one with my book notes for the last book that I just finished today, Project Hail Mary, because there's a movie coming out. So I finished Project Hail Mary today. It was pretty good. And yeah, then you just click on it and boom, you got your notes. You know what I'm talking about? I like that. See? You like my little coffee cup I threw in there, colored it. Yeah, that's what I use stickers for. I don't use stickers for anything productive. And then if you want to jump back to your index, you just hit the little button right there. It should take me back. Yep, took me back to my index. So Dave has some cool templates over at his Etsy page. So check that out. But yeah, like when I usually pack light, this is what I take. This is my carry. It'll be the AI Paper Mini, and it'll be the Remarkable Paper Pro Move, because the 8.2-inch screen is big enough for me to get some work done. And again, I was using that calendar app to be able to just organize my day, sync with my calendars. But if Books is revamping the calendar app, I don't mind carrying the Go 7, because whatever little writing that I would do to create events and just take some really, really quick notes on some work and have access to those notes for my heavy lifting on that smaller platform, I would use the Go 7 for that. I would definitely write on the Go 7 for that, because I don't have a big issue with the writing. It's not as good as I would want it to, but the writing on the Go 7 it's good enough for me to be able to do some quick note taking. What we got? Oh, hey, it's Ed. What's going on, Ed? How you doing on this Sunday night? Let's see. I don't think it will compete with every. I don't think it will compete for everyone, but if you consider the price point that you pay for the device, Supernote and Books both offer cloud web apps. Yep, yep, yep. No, you're right, Ed. Now I will say this though, Books, and you spoke about this as well. When it comes to partner apps, Books really doesn't have a real partner app. Like it's a platform for you to go sync your information, download it, send stuff to it. So it works good, but they don't have a legit partner app. Now, I agree with you when it comes to the Supernote partner app versus the Remarkable partner app. You're getting a partner app from Supernote that is just as good as the Remarkable app. Some people think it's better than the Remarkable app. They are the best partner apps that you can use on e-ink. So yeah, when you look at what you're getting with Supernote and that partner app, and if Supernote gives you the ability to have like those, I know you talked about the plugins that they've started with the stickers, where now people in the community can create stickers and you guys can share them. Um, yeah, that's a better setup for free than paying the $3.99 for the Remarkable partner app. But Books doesn't really have a real partner app. Like I have a hub on my phone to send information to, but I can't do the things with a Books app that I can do with a Supernote, that I can do with a Remarkable, that I can do with a PenStar app. And of course, the AI paper platform, they don't have an app at all. It's just like a sync and go type situation. 48 a year doesn't sound like a lot, but it's huge money. Yeah, no, it is. It's a huge, and that's the thing. It probably does make them a lot of money. But it's like, you know, again, I'm not rich at all. But when I look at that price point, 48 a year or 3.99 a month, I don't. I'm pretty sure I waste $20. I'm pretty sure I waste way more than $20 a week. But yeah, I don't. If it's quality and it brings something to the table, I don't mind paying 3.99. Yeah, it's weird. Ed, you're right. Like it's on my phone. The app that's on my phone lets you sync. I mean, it's useful to let you sync files and stuff, but normally I just wait till I get in front of my computer and hop on their web portal. I don't know the right word to call it because it's not a web app. It's just a website syncing situation. So I guess it's their web app. I don't know, but yeah, my books app that I have on my phone and on my iPad, I use it when I'm in a pinch. If I just have to use it, I use it. To be honest with you, this is crazy. And see, this is why I don't mind paying $3.99. I use the Remarkable app to push more stuff to my Books tablet than I actually do using Book Sync or Send the Books. I only use Send the Books when I want to push read a web page, or if I'm just sitting in front of my desk and I have some files I want to push to the tablet. When I'm out and about on the go, when I'm at work, I grab my phone. If I'm scanning documents in, I grab my phone and scan them in through the Remarkable app and send it to Books, or I will just import the information. Like when I'm at work, I have my Remarkable web app up. I will send the information from from my computer to my Remarkable web app, hop on the 10.3 and just open it up and import it from Remarkable. And that's crazy because I use another e-ink platform's app to send information, to send documents to my Books tablet more than I use the actual Send the Books app that they have. If I could sync to Apple, that would be the best thing for me. Look, I want Apple to, you know what? I want Apple to make, I don't even want them to make an e ink tablet. If they just give me an iPad that has the same screen technology as like this TCL Next Paper A1, because I got to check that out. Because the biggest reason why I don't do a lot of note taking on my iPad is because my eyes get tired. I already have issues with my eyes as it is. So, that's why I don't write as much on my iPad. I actually enjoy writing on my iPad. Actually, the Notes app and note taking features and tools on iPad, when I really look at what I do with books, it's better on iPad until my eyes start hurting and then things get blurry. So, but if I could tap into like my Apple iCloud and have a e-ink tablet that just sits in Apple's ecosystem like everything else in my house, I would be in heaven. Ed says he just always thinks about what you get from Microsoft for $99 a year or 109 for a family. I spend so much money on subscriptions. It's sad. Between Microsoft, between Adobe, between this Apple Creative Suite now, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to cut back. And that's my goal. I'm gonna use the Apple Creator Suite, and I'm just gonna get rid of Adobe because I don't make music anymore, so I don't have a need to have the all of those Adobe apps. I don't really use Firefly enough to even justify still paying for it. And the only thing I use is Premiere when it comes to my video editing, and I just don't want to spend all this money for this Adobe Suite when I don't need all of those apps anymore. It made sense at one point in time because at one point in time I was heavily using Premiere. I was heavily using Audition to record music. I mean, Firefly just was a thing the last maybe year or so. I don't use that enough because I use Copilot a lot when I'm using AI, and I use a Notebook LM. I don't use Photoshop anymore. I don't use Lightroom anymore. I'm gonna pivot over to the Apple Suite, and I'm just gonna edit all my videos in that software. So I'm gonna get rid of that here in a minute because I'm spending way too much money on subscriptions. What we got next? That's how you use the Supernote app. Yeah, Ed, I bet you do. Cause see you, yeah, I'm pretty, and that's why I said earlier, I'm pretty sure Supernote works just as good as Remarkable when it comes to being able to move files on and off of these tablets that aren't in that ecosystem. Yeah, you go to bed, Ed. See, I would be on my way to bed if I had to go to work tomorrow, but I'm off on Mondays unless I choose to go in, which I'm not going in. I have to go get the sweetie. She comes in tomorrow, but I wanted to come on. So thanks for checking us out, Ed. Hope you have a good week. Let's see. Outside of that, man, we covered everything we wanted to cover. No one wants to hear me ramble about what camera I want to buy. I think I want to get this new Nikon that has the red camera technology in it. Your boy's finna be making cinematic videos over here. Give me like 2 months. Give me a month to figure out how to set up the camera, and give me another month to figure out how to edit it. And it's gonna be like a movie when I do my reviews. I can't wait. Can't wait. Outside of that, I'm going to start a new review series. I'm about to get the Remarkable Paper Pro. I've been thinking about it. I want to get the iFly Tech, so I want to get the AI Note 2. So I want to get that tablet. It seems like a good tablet. What I've been seeing Dave over tab- Dave over at Tablet Tech do. I want to check that out. And I'm gonna break down and buy a mantle. I've been trying to buy a used or refurbished mantle. I can't find a refurbished mantle on the website. I haven't looked today. And when I go to eBay, all of the used mantles are just as expensive as the new ones. So I might as well buy a new one. Excuse me. I might as well buy a new one. So I think I'm gonna break down and buy a mantle. I don't think it's gonna turn into my daily driver, but I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm gonna use that exclusively for 2 weeks. But I think worst case scenario with me buying a Manta, because I suck at selling e-ink tablets. I keep saying I'm gonna sell this Note Air 4C, I'm gonna sell this AI Paper Mini, and I just never do it. So the good thing is I'm not gonna be stuck with a tablet that won't get used. I think Sweetie will enjoy the Manta because she loves the writing experience. So yeah, I'm gonna break down and buy a Manta, unless Ed wants to talk to his people and hook me up with one. So Ed, if you're still listening, or if you catch us on replay, yeah, yeah, do that for me. Hopefully, it'll work out. Oh man, looks like we made an hour, guys. Thank you guys for chilling with me on my little corner of YouTube. Thank everybody who came out to check us out. We do this thing 2 times a week. It's supposed to be Wednesday and Friday, but at this point, it's whenever I hop on. I'm gonna try to get back on that Wednesday Friday schedule. It just really depends on when I'm at home and not flying, when Sweetie's at home and she's not flying. So that kind of dictates when we do the live shows. But check out Ed over at Organize for Change. He has a couple of videos out that are pretty good and informational. Good information to check out. Again, check out Dave over at Tablet Tech. Um, he's always putting out good content, so check them out as well. Thanks, Rob, for checking us out. You have a good night as well. Hey, thank you, Sharon, for stopping by as well. Is the writing experience on the Go that much different from the? So if you're talking about the writing experience on the Go 10.3, no, because to me the 10.3 and the Note Air 4C pretty much are the same. Although the Note series is supposed to have like the note taking um, film on it. Now, if you're talking about the 5C and the Go 7, yes, it's night and day because the Go 7 just has a slick screen to it. You would have to get like the Feel Right 2 to apply to it or some other type of paper like screen protector. I'm using it right now without a screen protector, just a glassy like screen and one of the USI styli because I'm not writing that much on it. If I really wrote a lot on it, I would throw a screen protector on it. Oh yeah, no, the Go 7, no, Sharon, the Go 7 is slick. It's a slick writing experience, and then you have to find the right styli to write with it. Um, and I got the Go 7 from Sheen, so this is a Penoval USI pen. This is the pen that I found that works best on the Go 7. And Jay over at Jay Not a Professional, he said that it's the digitizer in the Go 7 is trash. Because I've used this pen. This pen will work on the Remarkable Paper Pro Move. And it writes fine. When you use this pen oval pen on the Paper Pro, it works just as good as the Pro pen on the Paper Pro. It doesn't feel as good because the nib is slightly different, but as far as the writing, it's fine. but the remarkable Paper Pro pen won't work on the Go 7. Um, so it's not as good, but for what I would use writing on the Go 7 for, it wouldn't bother me. So yeah. But you guys be safe out there this week. I heard there's a winter storm coming. Sweetie was in Denver and it started snowing. I'm here at home in Houston, and we were at 80 something degrees today, but apparently it's going to be in the 40s and 50s for the next couple of days. And I know towards the East Coast, there's supposed to be some winter storms. So you guys be safe, stay warm. Don't forget to check out Rod over at Rants About Tech for the daily live show. I'll be in the house. A lot of people here will be there as well. And then we shall be back on Wednesday. I should be on Wednesday. And then next week, I'm going to try to put together a special live show. It'll be my birthday week. So try to see if I can get some guests in to entertain you guys that know way more about e-ink than I do. But until then, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out with me.